Hey YouTube, coming at you with my best team this season. I seem to find one every season that is good for 400 elo. Last season it was the team with Annihilate. This season it is Goodra, dusclops, and Shadow Scizor. So basically, I think I started with Shadow Scizor just because it's only weak to fire and it just has a lot of strong neutral matchups. And the main meta is like water, ground, and ghost. And you have Night Slash for ghost, and you have the Trailblaze for the water and ground. So I think it's just a pretty safe Pokemon overall. If you're going to use it, you need to overshield it, and so it is better with two things that are bulkier, plus you need to cover the fire weakness. So put in Dusclops as a safe swap just because it's a strong safe swap, it's bulky. Even in bad matchups, you can like kind of spam ice punches in most situations to be okay. And then I was looking for a third, and I remember, I think I ran into a goodra, someone who was running it. And I'm like, man, this thing's got a lot of strong things going for it. It not only resists a lot of the main meta, resists the electric, resists water, resists fire. So it has all these resistances, while at the same time, the rework of the Dragon Breath really gives it, makes it very strong in the fact that it has Aqua Tail at 9s and Thunder Punches at 10, enough coverage and enough spam to take out a lot of things with some bulk. So put that on the lead. Basically, you're playing out leads. If you see Ice or if you see Fairy, go into Dusclops. The toughest lead is going to be like Wigglytuff, because Wigglytuff is a fairy normal, so if you go into Dusclops, you're still going to have a tough time. But yeah, let's take a look. How about at the beginning? So we have an Avalugg, which is an ice, so we will get out into the Dusclops here. Met with a Corsola, so a little slow on the switch there, that I'm already at a Shadow Punch by the time they get to their first Astonish, and this is what makes Dusclops so valuable, is just the spam on these moves. Bullet Punch is super effective on ice, so I wouldn't be surprised if I shield this and fight for switch here. So we're going to shield this and probably farm up a little bit. Nope, just go straight for the move. Going to put some pressure on this second shield, and they do shield. Let's see how hard I fight for switch here. Pretty hard. I think you have two options. I think you just fight for switch and ensure that you have the Scizor on the Avalugg, or you could theoretically let go, come in with like either Scizor to farm or Goodra just to get some like a charge move. It is a Gastrodon in the back, so still get to a move, which is great. Goodra, Dragon, resists the Water Pulse. So at best, they're probably just going to go, unless they have Earth Power, but probably at best Body Slam here. And could be an Earth Power. They have enough for it. And it is an Earth Power, so unlucky for me, but now have that alignment here. I don't know if this has like a rock type move or a ground type move, so I'm just getting this out of here, or trying to just chip it / get it out of here as fast as I can. So did grab one Night Slash, is an icy win, that is resisted. And with that, now we'll have a move coming out and have alignment with my Goodra. Annihilate, nope. Primeape here. It takes 10 to get to a close combat, so I know that I can immediately put some pressure on their health here. Could have Ice Punch. Could be close combat. Could just be Rage Fist. Going to call it. It is an Ice Punch, so that is unfortunate because that is super effective and puts me low enough. Dusclops is going to come in. You know, they've already shown Ice Punch. Maybe they're running Rage Fist, Ice Punch. And they are. So, may have to shield up the second one here. Knowing I was going to lose CMP. Yeah, I'm going to shield up the second one knowing I was going to lose CMP. And just maybe get to the farm down. We'll see what comes in here. Do take it out before they get to the next move. Corviknight. So, Bullet Punch is resisted. Which means that I probably am just going to stay in this matchup for a while here just to see how much damage I can do with these Shadow Punches. Here comes the second one. I'm already at a third. So basically I just need to get this into Night Slash range. You know, bonus if I can get it into resisted Bullet Punch range. That'd be pretty aggressive to get into resisted Bullet Punch range. Just an Air Cutter. Hey, no boost. How nice. It's a one-turn move, so I wouldn't be surprised if I just go back-to-back with the Shadow Punches to really put pressure on here. Oh, I don't have the move yet. Now, okay. Now I gotta throw the move. Thought I had the move. It looked like I had two bank there. But yeah, here comes Dusclops just with its insane spam. And they shield, so I'm going to not let them farm me down. Get out on energy. Can I take any move? Yes. Don't want to. No. And it is a Stunfisk in the back, so I have a little bit of energy advantage. Trailblaze is super effective, not enough to take out. And so now it's going to be a race to the next move. They're throwing right there, so maybe they just got to the move, and maybe we're gonna CMP on the next one's at 4 here. And that's exactly what happens. CMP on the 4th one. A little bit of energy advantage there against the Corviknight. Helped me take this matchup. And a couple resisted bullet punches down for the win. You're going to see all my 5-0s at the end, as I said. 4 5-0s with this team. Which is why I ran from like 2,500 to 2,960. Malamar. Could be Superpower and Bail. And I think that's what I'm worried about. So I often say, like, don't shield up your Goodra and save it for Scizor. If you have a gut feeling this is how they're going to play the matchup, you can commit the shield and just go with it. And it's a Blastoise, right? So maybe it has Ice Beam. Maybe it's just going to Skull Bash. I've already chipped it to the yellow. And now to the red. They're going to have to throw a move. I would be very surprised if I double shield. And it is just a Hydro Cannon, which is resisted. So take it out. Basically just sacrificing the Blastoise. Have a Aqua Tail. Here comes the spam on this thing. This is going to put some pressure on the shields. Do I instant swap here? Yeah, not surprising me. Part of me thinks they're still switch locked, and Psywave is resisted on the steel. So I'm going to come in here while they're still switch locked. Do shield up a Superpower. Is a Corviknight in the back, so we'll just need to spam these Night Slashes like crazy. Just try and chip it into range for Dusclops here. Looks like we CMP. If it's Air Cutter, I'll live. And it is an Air Cutter. So getting to the next Night Slash. Do I instant swap if this lands to not get farmed down? Yeah, just not wanting to get farmed down. They will get to a payback here, which, you know, I can't do much about. But Dusclops is bulky enough that it should take this. And out comes the Malamar. It had dumped a Superpower. They're probably going to have to shield because they're Shadow. And now it's a race. They do get to move. Foul Play will take me out. Psywave is resisted. Pretty low. I could... how close am I to... honestly, depends how close I am to a move on Goodra. Yeah, just going to come in with the resisted Psywaves. That makes sense. Took it to within 1 HP. And I get the 1 HP win there, and then I Dragon Breath down. So for those of you who do not know what the 1 HP is, it comes down to an order of operations thing. It's been commented a couple times, and I still forget what the order of operations is. But basically, it looks like I think the fast move, Dragon Breath is 1 turn move, and I think it's 1 turn to click the charge move and operate it. But I think in the process of order of the rank of what goes first, I think the fast move goes first. So if you get a Pokemon down to 1 HP and you have a 1 turn Pokemon, you will take them out before they get to their charge move. Pretty sure that's how it works. Altaria. So kind of evenish. You're both doing super effective with Dragon Breaths. You have Thunder Punch, which is neutral. You will outpace, but the Sky Attack is a better move. So do chip it so that probably 1 more plus Dragon Breath will take it out. Sky Attack will take me to the red if I let this go. I am letting it go. Deep red at that. But I am at a Thunder Punch. I'd be very surprised if oh, they let it go. And they give up switch into Empoleon. So Empoleon's kind of tough. Steals. This is where steals are a bit tricky. Dragon Breath is resisted. Bullet Punch is resisted. So have to just come in Dusclops with the Hex and the Shadow Punch here. I won't be surprised if I shield to get 1 off. Yeah. Hoping that, you know, with the straight 9s versus the 10s and then the 6 on the second one, that I can potentially, maybe if they're mistiming or overcounting, that I can get another move off. Or they just let it go. Interesting. Letting it go, taking the shield advantage, throwing right away into the Scizor. Obviously not optimal fast move timing, but I didn't know what they had. So now getting into my own Scizor. They're 1 turn ahead of me. Night Slash basically is going to take me out. So I kind of have to shield. And then what do? Hope for the boost? Like, to put this low enough? Right now it's not looking like a good matchup for me here. Because they're going to get to a move here. They're dry, so that's the good news. Bad news is I've got like, oh, you know what? I got enough health on this thing, and just the spam of this thing. I think on the third or fourth one here, so it's either 9 or 6. Either way, getting that off, going into my Dragon Breath, but unfortunately they have Altair with Dragon Breath, and that's a one-turn move. It's going to take me down first. Florges, terrible lead. We'll go into Dusclops. Probably going to throw right away because it's on 10 here, because it's 1, so they get the extra fairy went through. I don't mind that. It's 1 turn to come in, 9 to get to the move. It's 10 for their move, so you're basically CMPing on 10. I'd rather do that because even if you let the extra fairy went through, at least they didn't lower your attack first. So we take that. Again, we see a Corviknight, lots of those in the Open Great League. So we'll throw this Shadow Punch. Let's see what I want to do here. Do I want to play this out? My attack is lowered. My only concern is if I come Goodra. Oh, well. Now I don't have a choice but to come Goodra. I think I come Goodra, just basically 1 half sacrifice, 2. It's got Thunder Punch, which is super effective. And then Scizor is going to have to sweep this team. It'll do well against the Florges. We'll see what's in the back. Could be payback. Doesn't matter. No, I'm just going to try and run with... they boost their attack. Again, do I care? Doesn't look like it. Just going to go Scizor. I'll instant swap here because I know what's coming in. Fairy comes in. Bullet Punches are adding up. Looks like they want to get the move off to lower my attack. But they're in the same time I'm doing a lot of damage. And the Stun Fist comes in. So my attack is lowered, but this is super effective. And more importantly, I think Goodra has a bit of energy and it resists electric. So they shield 1. I will probably, just looking at the switch clock, shield 1, get off the Trailblaze, and then probably instant swap and try and Aqua Tail if I can. So here comes the Trailblaze. Recognizing that the switch timer is up, I wouldn't be surprised if I just instant swap here and try and get off Aqua Tails. Really? CMP on that one? I guess it's 5-4, so pretty fast. Have 2 moves. They do catch on the Florges, but Aqua Tail is enough to take out. And here comes the second Aqua Tail. They have Thunder Shock, so they're not going to Thunder Shock me down. And they're going to have to throw, or else I'm going to get to another move here. And I think they maybe just either... I know they just threw, so maybe they're at the 5 and I outpace them, but could be just overfarming, losing count. Goodra does spam that quick. So Stunfisk on the lead here. Good lead. Thundershock is resisted. Aqua Tail is super effective. These Mud Bombs will chip, but that is okay. We have otherwise a good matchup here. So the first Mud Bomb goes through. Here comes the first Aqua Tail. Question is, can 2 Aqua Tails take out with the Dragon Breath damage? The answer is going to be pretty damn close. Looks like I'm over farming for the Dragon Breath, thinking that 2 Aqua Tails with the minimum Dragon Breath is not going to be enough. Stunfisk though, man, like takes me Goodra down to the red, despite Thundershock doing absolutely nothing. I guess not surprising, right? It's a very spammy Pokemon, and Mud Bomb's an okay move for stab. Out comes Corviknight. Going to bait. I don't know if this is worth the bait. In fact, looking at the numbers here, it's not worth the bait at all. And they don't shield. It only takes 10 versus 9s. So 1 extra Dragon Breath is nothing. Like, throw the Thunder Punch next time. And I do get the Thunder Punch off that one, and it lands. So taking switch and taking their Corviknight down to the yellow. All good there. And now just the pacing of this thing, right? So am I overcommitting here? Yeah, overcommitting to the farm down, thinking maybe some punches on the back end may be useful. And freaking hell, yes, they are going to be useful. We have a Talonflame, a Shadow Talonflame. So that will basically, if it doesn't one-shot my Scizor, it's going to be pretty damn close to one-shotting it. And I don't have any energies, which means that they are going to be able to just double incinerate me down. Am I going to try and catch here? Yes. So you saw what I did there. I threw 1, I hesitated, and then I caught, knowing that Scizor is essentially useless, and I need to run it with Dusclops, because 2 Incinerates are going to take me out and I won't get to a charge move. So Scizor is the sacrificial lamb there. Make that catch, have a shield, take it out. Torterra. They get out into Togekiss. This is kind of wasted energy to a certain extent, because now I can maybe take them down before they get to a move here. Nope, it's okay. It's 100% wasted energy. I think if you're going to shield anyways, this matchup, I think you just instant swap, shield out the Aura Sphere, but come out. So bank the energy on the Goodra. So I would have had energy on the Goodra, and I would have come out with a bunch of energy on the Scizor. So they are going to throw a move. Frenzy Plant is resisted, but it's a shadow on shadow here. So I was going to say may take me out. They Sand Tomb me, and then they get up switch into Carbink. So this sucks, but it's going to be a boring matchup to watch. You got 2 very bulky Pokemon. Dusclops, which is more spammy. This Pokemon, which, slower to the charge moves for sure, but the rock throws do start chipping you here. I do take this down to the yellow. I am going to shield a potential Moonblast just because I do have Ice Punch, which is double super effective for the Torterra. While at the same time, I really don't want Goodra to see this, even though I can with the Aqua Tails see this Pokemon, especially with the rock throws being slower on the charge. I can outpace the Aqua Tails. And they decide to just go. So I instant swap. There's your Aqua Tail. Frenzy Plant is resisted on the Dragon. Still, Shadow, they may go that anyways, just to try and take me out here. Because Frenzy should take me out from a Shadow Torterra from this range. Ooh, I wouldn't have done that. I would have gone, I would have gone Frenzy Plant there. So gets the Aqua Tail, enough to take out. They have 1 HP left. They are at a charge move. I am at 55% health. It is a Moonblast, but yeah, there is Dusclops bulk coming in. So, first 5-0. Boom. Goodra into Stunfisk. So we've seen this. It's a good lead overall. This one gets out. There we go. That's the instant swap you want to see. You're going to have to shield anyways. That's fine. I'm going to come out with the Trailblaze, which will probably grab the shield right back because I'll have 7, 8, 9, 10. That's huge. Not only am I going to have one Trailblaze, I was about to say, I'm going to have a Trailblaze. I'm going to have a Night Slash almost coming out of that as well. They decide instead to go into Corviknight. Bullet Punch is resisted. Trailblaze resisted. I have to just go Night Slash. That's okay. I still have Goodra alignment on the Stunfisk. I've chipped this to yellow. It's done its job. Corviknight can come in here. Sorry, not Corviknight. Dusclops can come into the Corviknight. Gonna put some pressure on this shield immediately. See if they want to try and get off a payback. They do. Not surprised. I assume I'll respect it. I don't have to. I can let this go and Dragon Breath down. I can do either way. I think both plays are right. I think you can shield it and just come out. This is only going to be Air Cutter. And come out with almost 2 super effective Ice Punches. Or you can just let it go, Dragon Breath down, and come out with Aqua Tail in half. I think either way, you're in pretty good position here. Yeah, and they know it too. So they top left. Second 5-0. We have Araquanid. Bug Bite is neutral. You do have Thunder Punches though, and they get out into Malamar. Gonna get it in where to Scizor or where the Psywave is resisted. The only concern is they could just double shield. Or yeah, no, single shield, and I have to double shield. So they shield this, and then they're gonna get off another charge move, and I'm gonna have to shield to live this, which I think that's probably gonna be the plan. Yeah, I'll come out with a Trailblaze, and then I can Trailblaze, and then Bug Bite is resisted. I can Trailblaze, and then maybe even Night Slash and really take this Araquanid down. Or I can instant swap where Bug Bite is resisted, knowing that the Goodra can kind of take it. Okay, I think you play either way. You know, I don't mind staying in that matchup and just throwing that Trailblaze and then throwing the uh, Night Slash and then Guja comes in. Or actually, I would send in Dusclops after where Bug Bite is resisted. Although they would have Water Pulse, so it wouldn't matter. Maybe I do put in Guja because Water Pulse would be resisted. Either way, in the back, it doesn't matter too much when you're looking down a Stunfisk where you have super effective ice punches, sniping it with the Scizor. They do shield, and I get the attack boost. So haven't seen one yet in this set, but that attack boost is going to be helpful because that's going to put a lot of pressure on this shield. They let it go. Bug Bite is resisted, but take it down to the yellow. Mistake of an overfarm there. Should have just thrown the charge move. Is a Water Pulse take me out? So that's I live with 1 HP too. That's huge. So this will take it low or take it out. Instant swap. I'm already at like a Aqua Tail in half. So that is my third 5-0 with this team. And Diggersby lead here. Overall pretty good, right? I got an Aqua Tail, which is super effective. Scorching Sands will hurt. And it probably only takes 2 of them. And Diggersby's so tanky, just taking that with ease here. See if I decide to shield or not. I don't shield. You could shield that if you want, knowing that Fire Punch is resisted. It's a pretty weird bait if they do bait there. So when you know they're going to throw the harder hitting move, just gives you that flexibility to shield the first one. At this point, I think I'm letting go and coming Scizor, where I can hopefully get off before they get to the Fire Punch, which is huge because now I have energy. And yes, it's a Corviknight. Lots of those out there. But we'll have the first Night Slash. Let's see if I boost. I do boost. Had I not boosted, I could have maybe come Dusclops. But I think with the boost, there's no point but to stay in here. So here comes the next Night Slash. They shield. Obviously, they're going to get to another move here. I assume I shield and try and farm down. No, throwing the move. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I just lost count. Maybe I lost count. I don't even know what they're at. Looks like they do get to the move right before I take them out. If I got an extra bullet punch through, maybe not. What's in the back? It is a Florges. I guess I should not be surprised considering they were over shielding their Corviknight. Do get the first move off. The only concern is they will lower my attack once. The good news is with the pacing, I will put them low enough with my second move that even if they lower my attack for the next time, I will still... freak, what are you doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to fast move time properly. In that situation, is it worth fast move time properly just to ensure that they don't get an extra fairy wind through? Maybe. Definitely feeling that lowered second damage there. So much so that I do not take them out and they get to another charge move. But I live another Chilling Water, and even though my attack is 3 times lowered, I am at a move, and they're at like 1 HP, so I do take out the Corviknight for my fourth 5-0 with this team. So this happens usually once a season. I find a team that just works extremely, extremely well in the meta. Again, last year you can go check. Same thing. I went from 2,500-ish to 2,992 with that Annihilate team. This team earlier in the season, 2,500 to 2,960. Did lose a bit. I was at like 2,920, and then I dropped a bunch. Not a bunch. I'm at like 2,810-ish right now, heading into today, or I guess Tuesday. So I will play with it. I would appreciate some video submissions in the next 24 hours because I'm going to play with this team until I hit Legend because I think it's a very strong team and I know how to play with it. And I don't have any other videos. There is the event this weekend, so that is good for one coverage video. But yeah, if you have some great league teams, appreciate the submissions. Link in the description. Just make sure I have access to the videos The amount of people that send me video links and then I don't have access to them, and then I request it and they never send it to me. I've had to delete a few submissions that way. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Good luck on the Great League grind if you're playing Great League, since this is the last week it is on, with 3 weeks left in the season. And we'll go from there. So the plan is, grind out Great League this week, hopefully hit Legend. I'll play the Limited Championship Cup. I don't mind showcasing. Next week is a Championship Series Great League and the Mega Master League. I don't mind showcasing both, so if you want to send me videos for either of those. And then we go into the last week where it is Catch Cup, Ultra League, and Master League. So I will, maybe play some Catch Cup. If you guys have Catch Cup submissions, let me know. Otherwise, that is 1 week before the turnover of the season. And that is good for a bunch of videos showcasing what is coming up, overrated, underrated, news, all that stuff. So stay tuned for those. The last week, you can go back to what is probably one of my prouder videos I've made. Go look at my overranked, underranked for this season. And you can just see like how on the ball he was. Dusclops was at like 70 or 90. Fret was super low. Blastoise was low. Some were like overrated. Some Pokemon were like core breakers, and I was like pretty much like batted like 900. Like I pretty much nailed most of the calls. So we're gonna do that again for next season, kind of figuring out what the meta should look like next season. Hopefully the moves are substantial. Drop in the comments below what you think the moves updates they're gonna make. I really feel like they're gonna nerf Mud Slap. I don't know. I was gonna say I know why, because Marowak and Gastrodon in particular is so meta and everywhere right now. I feel like Mud Slap's going to get a nerf, but I don't know if they're going to touch it, because the problem with Mud Slap is, this is just me thinking on the fly here, as I often do on these videos. Although they nerfed counter before in Wing Attack to target a couple Pokemon. This is what I don't like about when they make these move changes. I said you cannot nerf counter because, yes, if you nerf counter, Medi wouldn't be everywhere, because Medicham was on like 80% of the teams and on 80% of the Play Pokemon Championship teams. So I'm like, you can't do that because then you affect everyone else. But they did it anyways. They nerfed counter, and then all of a sudden, you drop Medi to 105, but then you got Scrafty and Machamp and Surfetched and Toxicroak and Poliwrath and Vigoroth and Obstagoon and Escav, and everything else with it dies. And it was the same with the Wing Attack. They were going after Noctowl with Wing Attack the first time. Noctowl the first time? Or Mantine and Pelipper, and then you took down all the other Wing Attack users at the same time. So could you go after Mud Slap as a direct shot at Gastrodon, and to a certain extent Marowak? Yeah. Gastrodon is the number 3 ranked Pokemon on PvPoke. Marowak is the number 5, and it's truly just the Mud Slap being overpowered with those two with cover moves. If you do that, you take down Toedscruel, Claydol, Golurk, Nidoqueen, Donphan, Torterra, and then you're getting into pretty niche stuff anyways. So you always got to think, I know they don't often think, but if you attack certain Pokemon with certain moves, what are the implications for all the other Pokemon? So I don't know, like Rock Tomb feels like you should get rid of the guaranteed lowering of the attack. That's one potential that I can see. Or if you don't want to nerf, you just have to boost other moves. Grass needs something, man. The only 2 grass Pokemon in the top 100 are Credilli, which is half rock, and Toedscruel, which is half ground. And there's nothing else in the top 100 that is grass. The next closest is Amoonguss at 126. They need to buff grass, especially with water and ground as 2 of the main 3. I said there's 3 typings at the beginning of this video. Water, ground, and ghost as the main 3 meta typings. Grass can deal with 2 of them, but because there's no good grass Pokemon and good grass moves to really put it over the edge of their limitations, it just makes those other typings roam free. So if you don't want to directly nerf those typings, you have to buff the grass up a ton here. I don't know what moves you would do to do that. Like Seed Bomb, Grass Knot. Well, the Grass Knot would just make Credilli stronger. So you maybe buff Grass Knot and offset that with a Rock Tomb nerf. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll cover it when they do drop the moves updates anyways. That is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.